Greetings, sisters and brothers. This is Milton Alimadi, publisher of Black Star News and adjunct professor of African history at John Jay College here in New York City. I send Pan-African greetings to sisters and brothers all over the world. I'm in solidarity with anybody who is working towards improving the lives of African people all over the world. Now today I want to say a few words once again on the internet tax imposed in Uganda by General Yoweri Museveni. But before I make the comments, I wanted to point out something that I think is critical. I don't think it's correct to refer to Museveni as President Museveni. Sisters and brothers in Uganda, you and I know that Dr. Kizza Besigye won the elections of 2016. And you know that he is the legitimately elected president of Uganda. Yes, he was prevented from being formally sworn in. And yes, General Museveni is in power because he controls the armed forces and the police forces. But by you referring to him as President Museveni, you do two things. Number one, you legitimize his dictatorship. Number two, it means you suggesting that it is not worthwhile contesting for elections in Uganda and winning. And that should not be the case. There will come a day in Uganda where the legitimately elected president will actually get sworn in. And part of the problems we're having in Uganda today is because the ruler is not the legitimate president. So elections are important. That's why millions of Ugandans voted. So please, do not refer to Museveni as President Museveni if you believe Dr. Besigye won those elections. Call him General Museveni. He is proud of calling himself a general. Or refer to him as Dictator Museveni, because that would be much more accurate. Now let me get back to the issue of the internet tax. First of all, it should be null and void since General Museveni is not the legitimate president. But since the taxes are in place and they're affecting sisters and brothers in Uganda, how should we deal with the issue? There have been protests. Ugandans in diaspora, we've been protesting, and sisters and brothers in Uganda have gone to the streets. There's a protest. Member of Parliament, Bobi Wine, was involved in the protest, and he was correct when he told the police disrupted that peaceful demonstration. But Member of Parliament, Bobi Wine, was correct when he told the police that, listen, we're actually fighting on your behalf as well. So don't harm fellow sisters and brothers. He's correct. The police and members of the armed forces, once the dictatorship is removed, everybody in Uganda will benefit. Members of the armed forces and police officers would actually get paid on a regular basis because the economy would actually function on a regular basis. Ugandans actually don't mind paying taxes. What they mind is paying taxes to a regime that will either embezzle the money or misuse the money. What has been done with the money collected in taxes over the last 32 years? I raised that question the other day. No medicine in the hospitals, no supplies in the schools for our students, potholes on the roads. And yes, as we pointed out, and as Member of Parliament Bobi Wine pointed out in a recent video, mothers dying while delivering in hospitals. Sisters and brothers, the dictatorship is taking us backward. We all know we can do better. And that is why the protest should continue. The dictator is now suggesting that Parliament should review the matter. But what he's saying is that the taxes should be reduced from 1% to 0.5%. No, they should be 0%. There should be no internet tax. There should be no new taxes. Ugandans will be willing to pay taxes once a legitimate government is in place. That should be the position. And if dictator is really interested in having Parliament review matters, bills that have been signed, or amendments that have been signed, then what the dictator should do is ask Parliament to review the age limit, the 75 years age ceiling, which was in the Constitution of Uganda to prevent dictatorship, which General Museveni, of course, had removed by bribing members of Parliament up to $8,000, according to media accounts. First of all, bribe is illegal. Giving a bribe and accepting a bribe is illegal. So that in itself is a matter that should make the procedure which resulted in the removal of the age limit clause from the Constitution should make it null and void. You cannot bribe a lawmaker to change the laws of Uganda. That is illegal. And in any case, 85% of the population, according to polls, opposed that. So if General Museveni really wants something that needs review, in addition to removing the internet tax, he should review the age limit amendment. He should actually have it restored to the Constitution of Uganda. He should have presidential term limits restored to the Constitution of Uganda. But of course, he won't do that. And that is why we should continue our protest in Ugandans and Ugandans in diaspora, whether in the UK, in the United States, in Canada, in Australia, and of course in African countries, in South Africa, in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Tanzania. Kenya and Tanzania both have presidential term limits. So Ugandans living in Kenya and Tanzania should protest in front of the Ugandan embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, so that our sisters and brothers in our neighboring East African countries can also join us in solidarity in demanding that the privileges that they enjoy in Kenya and Tanzania should also be extended to their sisters and brothers in Uganda. Thank you, sisters and brothers. Let's continue the resistance until dictatorship is removed from Uganda. May the Creator bless you and your family. Stay well, stay strong. Thank you.